You're entering CNBC TV 18's virus-free studio, powered by Century Laminates and Century Ply.
Hello and welcome to the show. You're watching Business Lunch. I'm Nisha Podar, and with me, as always, is Sonia Shenoy. But let's take it straight first to the top headlines at market hours in lunchtime. It's the markets which are near the day's low. The Nifty bank underperforms. IT, pharma and FMCG stocks, well, they gain while metal stocks trade weak.
Dr. Reddy shares continue rallying on news of a settlement with Bristol Myers Squibb on sales of the drug Revlimid. This settlement allows the Indian major to sell the drug starting March 2022. In other pharma news, Perrigo's unexpected and voluntary withdrawal of its drug inhaler has opened up opportunities for incremental sales by Cipla and Lupin. Both stocks clock strong gains.
Now, it's US-based HAH Automotive could submit a bid for Mahindra subsidiary SsangYong Motor Company, as sources suggest that the talks between the three companies are in advanced stages. That's a CNBC TV 18 exclusive.
And Tanishq's premium studded jewelry may not be flying off the shelves, but gold jewelry and even coins are seeing good demand, not just at the stores but also online. With a company-wide cost reduction plan underway, the company expects margins to perk up as sales improve.
And government passes law to enable farmers to sell outside a PMC mandis, but also Punjab farmers protest as they see this as the first step in the dismantling of procurement. And Minister Harsimrat Kaur, she resigns in protest, and experts say that the government needs to continue to provide farm subsidies and also encourage corporate purchase of farm goods. All right, so those were the top headlines at this hour, but take a look at the markets. Well, both Sensex as well as Nifty tad higher in trade at the moment. Nifty gaining about 41 points odd. As far as the mid-cap space is concerned, that's really come back with a vengeance, over 0.5% up. And it's the bank Nifty which is down and out and in the red today, Sonia.
Absolutely. It's actually a good day, and a good end to the week if it continues like this. I mean, by the end of the week, the Nifty will be up 1%. The Bank Nifty, the mid-cap index rather, will be up 5% this week. So there's definitely a lot of broader market participation. And the big move this afternoon is happening in the pharmaceutical space. So it's pharma all the way. Dr. Reddy's on the back of that cancer drug is up almost about 10%. Cipla and Lupin are the other stocks that are gaining ground. So we'll talk about all of that. But before we go ahead, IPL begins this weekend, so finally there's lots of entertainment coming in for our viewers. So here's our IPL trivia contest, where we ask you a question every hour and you can send in your reply to our Twitter handle. An hour ago we asked you who was the commissioner of the IPL in 2009. The answer to that question is Lalit Modi. In fact, many of you who sent in your answers got it right. So on the screen are some of the handles of the people who got the answer right. Srinivasan, Sriraj and Anti-Corruption. Congratulations to you. Well, our next question for you is, which captain lifted the diamond-studded IPL 2008 trophy? Send in your replies and we will give out the correct answer in an hour from now, which is at 2 p.m. But getting back to the big stories of the day, Dr. Reddy's is the one that's really ruling the roost. It's up 9% as we speak, as it has sealed a patent litigation for an oral cancer drug, allowing for the launch of that drug in March 2022. And the drug has a huge potential in the US market. Nupur, my colleague, has details on all of this. Nupur, over to you.
Well, it's a pharma day today. All pharma stocks are doing well in today's trade, and big positive news coming in for Dr. Reddy's. The news: this company settles patent litigation for Revlimid with BMS Celgene company to sell volume limited amount or share on possible launch of this particular drug in March 2020, subject to all approvals. Revlimid is an $8 billion brand in US, and there will only be 3 generic players, and settlement terms are very similar to other players like Natco Pharma, Pharma as well as Alvogen. After 4 years starting from 2022 onwards, volume limitation will be removed. IFL expects price erosion will be limited to 25% in first year and 45% in fourth year. NPV estimates coming in from IFL at 520 and Macquarie at 480 to 500 per share for this particular drug. Also on this positive news flow, Citi has raised target price to 57.50 from 5100 and JP Morgan also raised target price to 42.50 from 4000. Back to you.
All right, stay on Nupur on that one because Cipla as well as Lupin also surge as, they do recall the inhalation drugs as well. So get us more details on that.
Well, Cipla and Lupin, both their stocks are gaining in trade today on the news that Perrigo company has recalled albuterol sulfate over the concerns of clogging. Company says corrective action plans are underway and timeline for relaunch has not been determined. Macquarie says this setback comes as an unexpected gain for Cipla and Lupin. Already Cipla had launched similar drug Proventil in April 20 and Lupin's Pro Air is expected to come this month. Macquarie expect $40 million sales for Lupin and $60 million sale for Cipla for FY21 expected earnings. And with this recall, if both these players get incremental $20 million sales, then there is a 4 to 6% upside for FY21 EPS. CS also increased FY21 EPS estimates by 6%. And if relaunch is further delayed by December, the opportunities for Lupin and Cipla will increase further. Back to you.
Absolutely, and in fact an analyst told us that there is an incremental $25 million opportunity for Cipla and Lupin as Perrigo withdraws or recalls their inhaler aerosol. But moving on, the festive season is round the corner and weddings too are now possible, though with smaller gatherings. We managed to speak to the management of Titan to get a sense of how demand is shaping up and their expectations. They said demand is good, but sentiment is on the weaker side. People are just not willing to spend money, especially on luxury items like jewelry. Listen in.
It's early to talk about recovery on the higher margin diamond jewelry side. As of now, plain gold jewelry, wedding jewelry are still very much in, and gold coins are very much in demand. So the recovery from an overall revenue perspective has been quite decent, I should say. Even July, August have been quite fine. September is going to be a low month because of the inauspicious period, which is fairly extended during this month. As far as diamond jewelry is concerned, I think the ratio, the studded ratio will remain low this year because discretionary spends are really not taking off as much. We are at least 90%. Yes, that's what I would say. Yeah, in terms of revenues also I'm saying. Yeah, but that, as I said, the mix can be different. As I said, lots of coins being sold and so on. So we are hoping that at least Q4 of this year, this financial year, things may start getting back to normalcy.
All right, Titan really calling for normalcy by the Q4 of this financial year. All right, moving on to the automotive space, and a US-based automotive company could be submitting a bid for Mahindra's subsidiary SsangYong, and Parikshit Luthra has all the details on what's really happening. Parikshit, what are you picking up from your sources on that one?
That's right. We're picking up that US-based Ha Automotive could soon make a binding offer for SsangYong Motor Company. Mahindra & Mahindra has been looking to divest its stake in SsangYong Motor Company, exited completely. They have a current stake of 74%, and talks between Mahindra & Mahindra, SsangYong and Ha Automotive are believed to be in advanced stages. We are learning that Ha Automotive could actually take over the debt of SsangYong Motor Company. The debt of SsangYong Motor Company, the short-term debt stands at about $300 million US. So it is going to be a big deal. And Chery Automotive, which is a Chinese automobile maker, is likely to support this investment of Ha Automotive. They'll support it financially as well. Ha and Chery Automobile have a technical partnership. Ha, which is an automobile retailer in the United States with 100 outlets, also retails Chery Automobiles vehicles in the United States. So this story is developing. Mahindra & Mahindra, Ha Automotive did not comment on the story, but we believe a final picture is going to emerge in a few days from now.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, a couple of days ago when the reports did break out on the Korean Times, that's when the stock was up almost about 5.5%. The very fact that M&M is not willing to pump in any fresh money into, its loss-making subsidiaries, and now they're looking to get rid of, or rather reduce their stake in loss-making subsidiaries, is taken very well by the street. Let's take a short break on that note, but when we come back, we'll get you key takeaways and industry reactions on the contentious Farm Bill passed in the Lok Sabha. Stay tuned.